The Apostle Paul alike. We live in an era often described as post-Christian. This term signifies a time when the influence of Christianity on culture, politics, and everyday life has waned significantly. The echoes of a once dominant faith are now faint whispers in the corridors of modernity. The values and beliefs that once formed the bedrock of Western civilization are increasingly marginalized, pushed to the fringes of societal consciousness. The grand cathedrals and historic churches stand as silent witnesses to a bygone era, overshadowed by the towering skyscrapers and bustling urban centers that symbolize our current age. In this new paradigm, a secular worldview has taken root, one that elevates human reason and experience above divine revelation. Intellectual debates and public lectures often center around the supremacy of human thought, sidelining the spiritual and the divine. This shift is not merely intellectual, it is deeply spiritual. People are increasingly turning to alternative forms of spirituality, seeking meaning and purpose in practices that promise enlightenment and inner peace. The Apostle Paul warns us that the world is under the sway of the Spirit that is now at work in the sons of disobedience, Ephesians 2:2. This ancient warning resonates today, as we witness a growing disconnection from traditional faith and a rise in secular ideologies. This spirit, hostile to God and His truth, actively opposes the gospel and seeks to draw hearts away from Christ. It thrives on division and conflict, pitting people against each other in debates over faith and morality. The allure of this spirit of the age lies in its deceptive promise of freedom. It offers a vision of life unencumbered by the constraints of religious doctrine, where personal autonomy is the highest good. It whispers that we are our own masters, free to determine our own truth and morality. This seductive message appeals to our desire for control and self-determination. It downplays sin and minimizes the need for redemption, suggesting that we can achieve fulfillment and happiness on our own terms. It offers a counterfeit gospel of self-reliance and self-actualization, promising fulfillment in the pursuit of personal happiness and material prosperity. This message is echoed by motivational speakers and self-help gurus who preach the power of positive thinking and personal success. But this pursuit ultimately is a dead end, leaving us empty and longing for something more. The promises of the spirit of the age are hollow, offering temporary satisfaction but failing to address the deeper needs of the human soul. This spirit of the age permeates every aspect of our culture, from the media we consume to the conversations we have. It shapes our entertainment, our news, and even our social interactions. It extends to the education our children receive, influencing the curriculum and the values imparted in schools. The next generation is being raised in an environment where secularism is the norm, and religious beliefs are often viewed with skepticism. It is subtle yet pervasive, shaping our thoughts, desires, and values in ways we may not even realize. The constant barrage of information and entertainment keeps us distracted, preventing us from reflecting on deeper truths. It is the unseen force behind the growing acceptance of moral relativism, where the idea of absolute truth is rejected in favor of personal perspectives. This shift has profound implications for how we understand right and wrong. It also contributes to the rejection of traditional family structures, promoting alternative lifestyles, and redefining what it means to be a family. The glorification of self-indulgence is another hallmark of this spirit, encouraging us to seek pleasure and material wealth as the ultimate goals in life. It is the enemy within the gates, whispering lies and sowing seeds of doubt in the hearts of men. This insidious influence challenges our faith and our values, urging us to question the very foundations of our beliefs. The statistics paint a sobering picture of the spiritual landscape of our times. The numbers are not just figures on a chart, they represent a profound shift in the collective consciousness of society. A recent study by Pew Research Center revealed a significant decline in religious affiliation in the United States, particularly among younger generations. This trend is not just a fleeting phase, but a deep-rooted change that has been building over the years. The number of Americans who identify as Christian has dropped sharply in recent decades, while the percentage of those claiming no religious affiliation has risen dramatically. This shift is reshaping the cultural and moral fabric of our nation. This trend is not confined to the United States. It is a global phenomenon, evident in the emptying churches of Europe and the rise of secularism in many parts of the world. From the grand cathedrals of France to the small chapels in rural England, the story is the same. This exodus from the faith is not merely a matter of changing demographics or cultural shifts. It reflects a deeper, more existential crisis that transcends borders and cultures. It is a symptom of a deeper spiritual crisis, a waning of genuine faith and a growing indifference to the things of God. The sacred spaces that once thrived with worship and community now stand as silent witnesses to this decline. Many young people today have little to no exposure to the gospel. Their lives are filled with the noise of social media, entertainment, and the relentless pace of modern life. They have never experienced the life-transforming power of Christ, nor have they been grounded in the truth of God's Word. Instead, they are often left to navigate life's challenges without the spiritual guidance that previous generations took for granted. Growing up in a culture saturated with secularism, they have imbibed its assumptions and values, often without even realizing it. The secular worldview has become the default setting for many, shaping their beliefs and behaviors in profound ways. The consequences of this spiritual apathy are profound. Without a firm foundation in faith, many young people struggle to find meaning and purpose in their lives. A generation that has lost its faith is a generation adrift, lacking a moral compass and a sense of purpose beyond the immediate gratification of their desires. This lack of direction can lead to a sense of emptiness and despair. They are vulnerable to the allure of radical ideologies, susceptible to the despair that comes from a life devoid of meaning and hope. The search for identity and belonging can lead them down dangerous paths. The empty pews of our churches are not merely a reflection of changing cultural trends, they are a stark reminder of the spiritual battle raging for the hearts and minds of the next generation. This battle is not just about numbers, but about the very soul of our society. They are a stark reminder of the spiritual battle raging for the hearts and minds of the next generation. The future of our faith, our communities, and our world depends on how we respond to this challenge. Will we rise to the occasion, or will we let the tide of secularism wash away the foundations of our faith?
If you enjoyed this video, please like it, leave a comment, and if you are not subscribed, subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to not miss any videos like this one.